Hey y'all, it's CherokeeStarfish back with some more Titan quests this week. Last stream, when we left off, we had just arrived in Athens and broken the siege of the great city. General Leonidas is still outside, but there are monsters on the inside as well, and we have been asked to rescue someone who is trapped deep beneath the Parthenon. So, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to dive right in. Got a few rat men here at the beginning. We're going to grab whatever they drop, but it's not going to be much. Ooh. We just want to save as many Greek soldiers as we can, mostly out of, sensibility, I guess. I don't feel like much of a hero if too many of them die. Ooh, a Vermin King. I think that's the first one of these that we've seen, actually. This might be the first part of the game where they show up. Okay. Gonna head inside the temple. And of course, there's going to be some Gorgons right away. Nothing we can't handle. If we've taken on Medusa and Stheno and Euryale, then just run-of-the-mill Gorgons are nothing, right? Be nice to level up soon. We're gaining some decent experience from these monsters already. They're just not clustered very close together. But that will change, because once we get down into the actual Acropolis, yeah, it's going to be close quarters. We'll take out the rest of this chaff here with a distort reality. Man, I love that spell. It's just so good. You can see what I mean about Dream being like a little overpowered. Go. I think that's about it. Ooh, you can see some makeshift fortifications here where it looks like maybe the soldiers were already up here and they got driven back. There we go. Psionic Touch still proving useful. Of course, it never really ages out, those kinds of abilities. They stay useful the whole time, which is great. Alright, one more cluster it looks like. We'll make short work of them. Oh good, a health potion. We're going to need plenty of those in this episode. Quest update. Here we go. Below the statue of Pallas Athena, we enter the Athenian Catacombs. Level 1, you'll notice. This is indeed a multi-level dungeon. Of course, having distort reality is going to make it a lot easier because we're just going to be able to power through some of these encounters. There we go. Ooh, mechanical parts. That's great. Those only drop from constructs and traps, and of course we've not found a lot of either yet. They can't drop, as far as I'm aware, from traps that are created by a creature, like the little mechanical turret that you can get from the hunting mastery. Don't want to leave that behind. They can only appear from those traps like those that are, already here when you get there. Okay, let me go ahead and pick up this gold, and let's see, which way shall we go next? I think it dead ends up here to the northwest, if I remember correctly. Money and healing potions. 2 of the best treasures. Not upset. There we go. Oh man, you think Distort Reality is good. Now wait until we get a few more points in it. Anything good? No. Okay. Just some undead. At least these encounters are spaced far enough apart that... ooh, more mechanical parts. Wonderful. That we have time for Distort Reality to recharge. There we go. Remember, we got to avoid the bright green poison clouds. They deal a lot more damage, a lot faster than the dark green ones. Oop. I keep stepping away too soon. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. It's like, you definitely don't want to stand in that. That's a room clearer. Ooh. Got a Geomancer. They have the Earth Mastery, of course. That means fire magic. It's interesting to me that they chose to combine Earth and Fire in that fashion. I like it. I dig it. They're thinking of, like the power within the Earth, the power of lava and so forth. How did we lose our nightmare? Using Distort Reality so much when he died, I must not have noticed, because of course that's how he goes down, is with a Distort Reality burst. There we go. Wonderful. Floor cache. Alright, then we will head straight down. The catacombs are pretty sprawling, so, like, I don't want to linger. Oop, that was a trap. There we go. Profaners are the ones that have those bright green Taco Tuesday clouds, as it were. Hopefully the catacombs won't take long. Sometimes there's a mini-boss down here, but usually, in my experience, it's fairly empty. There's not a whole lot of stuff down here that you have to really pay attention to. There are these scattered gorgons, of course. There's a number of undead, and the further down we go, the more powerful enemies that we're going to find. We're going to find more stuff like this, the assassins, the hoplites, the captains, and so on, versus just regular skeletons. But, oh, speak of the devil, I think I just saw what might be a mini-boss over there. In another room, thankfully. No problem. If they aggro and have to come all the way around this way, then they've earned a fight. And at least these zombies are not the festering kind, so no poison clouds that we have to clear and wait for. Anything? Yes. Cash. Okay, these are just burning revenants. They look like mini-bosses, but they just have a fire aura. They don't actually grant it to any of their allies, however, meaning they're actually significantly less dangerous than the skeleton captains. Instead, they just deal fire damage themselves, and that's not nearly as big of a deal. We can take a little fire damage. We just don't want it to add up like that into a ton of fire damage. Oop, there comes our battle rage. Nice. We need to put more points in that, honestly. Because, of course, Distort Reality is powerful, and it's great, but it also has a long cooldown. And you know what that means? You know, we've got to be doing other stuff. Good, I came the right way the first time. While it is on cooldown. There we go. Let's see if there's any worthwhile treasure down here. Usually it's just money on these floors, but hey, you know, after the last stream, when all of those blue items spawned and arcane formulas and things like that, we were really lucky last week, and I'm hoping that it holds out again this week. But I also won't be mad if it doesn't, because we got so many powerful items last time that even though we couldn't really equip all of them on this character, I'm not mad. Like, I feel as though we've kind of gotten our fair share for a while. I'm not allowed to be upset if there are no good drops for at least one more episode. Ooh, Hermes Sandal. Nice. Love to see it. The more of those we get, the more of them we can use on our equipment and to create artifacts. We're actually close to a couple of different artifacts. I'm hoping that we will find the rest of the stuff that we need in order to put one together fairly soon. Just ignoring these archers that are desperately shooting at me. Yeah, it's like we've got 2 out of 3 ingredients for several artifacts. It's always demon's blood or spectral matter or something that's shutting us out. Okay, there's our way down. Man, it's great when they go down in a big cluster like that. Here's this trap that we skipped the first time around. We'll close that loop and then head on down. Oh man. So many Gorgons. At least none of them are turning us to stone. Oh. My goodness, there are a lot of traps down here. Okay, that's it for that level. I think there are 4 floors. There we go. Ooh, huh. That's really weird. Look at that, huh? It's a strange glitch. That's never happened before. Not sure precisely what's going on there, but I'm just going to ignore it. We made it onto this floor despite that, so... It is not supposed to do that. I love, and by love I mean hate, but am fascinated by, the way that just any game can suddenly refuse to work properly, or it can glitch out in unexpected ways. Just because, you know, games are programs, and anything that you put on a computer has a chance of something not caching properly, or loading improperly, or loading in the wrong order. It happens. They're machines, complicated ones. And the more complicated a machine is, and the more moving parts it has, the greater the chance for something to go wrong. And of course, games like this have a lot of moving parts. As long as it doesn't keep me from playing, then I'm alright with it. If it doesn't crash my computer or break the stream, then that's fine. But it is really weird to think about. Okay, well, that's that. Let's hope the next level loads properly. Here we go, level 5. I said a moment ago that I was thinking, there were 4 floors. That's because there's like 4 floors of consequence that are maze-like. Those last ones. This one is a bit of a gimme, and you'll see when I pull up the map. I know I'm splitting hairs, but I almost feel like the 5th floor doesn't really count, because it's just a straight shot. Oh my gosh, is there nothing in any of those? Okay. Well, some potions. Hey, Essence of the Golden Fleece. Nice. Alright, and here we go. So, you can hear the boss music has already started. Gosh. He's really just... these ghosts. Distort reality helps a lot against those, though. Come on now.
This door is locked.
I'm not trying to click on the door, silly. There we go. Oh man. This is a battle and a half. At least Distort Reality does its job and gets rid of those mooks that he summons. And he energy leeches, though, and I don't care for that. Of course, he summons a bunch more right after I use it. And now we're on cooldown. Come on. There we go. Whew, that is just a slugfest. Well, boss battle 1 down. Don't worry, there are more on the way. Let's see what's in chest number 3. A bunch of money and nothing else interesting. That's very unusual for a majestic boss chest. Anyway, here's Phaedrus.
Mysterious warrior, by saving my life you have done more than you know. I lead the Order of Prometheus in Athens. We are an ancient order, charged with the safekeeping of the mortal realm. What you have heard is true. The force behind these monsters is a powerful being, a lesser titan known as a Telkine. The Titans are an ancient race of gods, much older than Zeus and his brethren. They once had absolute power. All creatures followed their rule. Eventually, the gods created humans and gifted us with intelligence. We defied the Titans on many occasions, and they were determined to destroy us. The gods resisted, refusing to let their greatest creation be destroyed, and a great war ensued. It seemed as though the Titans would triumph. However, a few bold warriors and heroes aided the gods. They banished the Titans to a nether realm. We believed that all the Telkines were banished with them. It seems we were wrong. The Telkine is now bound for Knossos on the Isle of Crete. We fear that he plans to destroy a sacred artifact, which we have guarded for ages. This artifact keeps us in contact with the godly realm. If it is destroyed, there's no telling what will happen. You have to stop him. Go to the docks here in Athens. You will find an agent of our order who will arrange your passage to Crete. Hurry. The fate of the world is in your hands.
The fate of the world, you say? That's a lot. These folks are just hanging out. Woo! Open air again. That was a relatively short trip, but still, whenever we spend a long time in the catacombs like that, it always feels cramped to me. Okay, nothing else interesting here at the docks, really. We have to fight our way there. Hey! Excellent. Perfect timing. Okay, well, let's see where we are. Goodness. So many choices. Okay, so what's lagging behind? Got a lot of good skills to look forward to, like this passive buff that causes our battle standard to radiate a debuff, as well as boosting our abilities. Don't have any points in Crushing Blow or Hew yet. Probably not a bad idea to put one in weapon training, actually. Well, okay. I think it's time that we should buff our Nightmare. He's been doing a good job. We'll do 1 point in him. 1 point in our War Mastery, so that we can move on towards some other skills. And let's see, we're at 17 ranks here. We need 24 to unlock the next tier of skills. I'm torn between putting another point in Distort Reality and something that's probably more useful at the moment, like Premonition. Maybe Psionic Touch? Yeah, we're letting our melee go a little bit because we've been relying so much on our spell casting, even though we only have 1 or 2 spells. So I think probably Psionic Touch or Weapon Training. I'm going to go with Weapon Training. We need to dump more points into our Warfare Mastery anyway, and also it just flat out increases our attack speed, which is going to make us super effective. Even a small boost there is a good thing. So, as usual, a point in Intelligence, and we're getting a big boost to Dexterity from this. We need to remember that that's where most of that is coming from, is the Trader's Shiv. So, alright, onwards. Hey, we just got harder, faster, better, and stronger. Wait a minute, I got that out of order. Harder, better, faster, stronger? Yes. You Gorgons haven't heard the word. Now's a good time to retreat. Okay. That should be all of them. Yep, that's it. Okay. Well then. Look who it is.
Phaedrus sent you? You're the one he's sending to Knossos? Incredible. I am the Promethean agent he spoke of. Phaedrus knows what the Telkine did to my family, my village, and he still won't let me seek my revenge. Instead, he sends you, while dispatching me on a mission to the east. I am duty-bound to follow his orders. I hope Phaedrus knows what he is doing. I suppose I wish you luck. I will see that Telkine dead, one way or another. I'll show you to your ship.
So that's Phaeon, the woman who had been partially petrified back in the Gorgon's cave in the war camp. Here we go. Let's head to Knossos on the Isle of Crete. Phaeon can go her own way. We've got a Telkine to stop. We'll do it for both of us, Phaeon. Village of Herakleion. Yeah, this isn't Knossos, not yet. This place is so mournful at night.
My shop is a shadow of its former glory. We've fallen on hard times here. Still, perhaps I can help you? Good luck.
The beasts have claws and teeth, but you have fire. You have Zeus-like bolts to throw, and I have things to sell you.
Polite merchants at last.
So long.
Alright, let's grab this quest.
Welcome, stranger. All is not well here in Knossos. Last night something passed by here. We felt it, though we could not see it. Now everything has gone into chaos. Horrible creatures appeared, the ground shook, and an evil fog moved in off the sea. Many of us have fallen mysteriously ill, and our healer, Xanthippus, is up in the hills. Nobody has seen him for 2 days.
So the Telkine went through Herakleion, and just by being here, you can see what he did.
Once, long ago, the cruel tyrant Leukes seized the throne in Knossos. His bloody reign came to an end when a servant poisoned him. Some tell tales of his skeleton rising from its tomb, nestled in Triton's Ridge.
Let's grab this portal here. Of course, if a skeleton is rising from its tomb, I mean, you know we've got to put a stop to that. First,
Caravan storage.
let's see. We'll just drop these relics over here. Hermes Sandal. We already have one that's already put together. And do we have another golden fleece? Oh no, we have a completed golden fleece. There we go. Looking good. We've gathered quite a few of these.
All right.
Okay. Well, the fountain is that way. So that means we should head over here first and see what's up. Hello, chickens. I wonder... Oh, good. They're safe. I wasn't sure if that would work. Oh, the reflection in the water there is eerie. Well, this is the Isle of Crete. Alright, since that dead ends, time to head out to the east. We've got a lot of ground to cover. We'll start with these monsters that are closest to the village. Ah! Ah, these harpies. Oh yes, gather around, please. Oh, our little nightmare's got him one. 1v1 him. Got him too. Proud of you. We should name him. Come on. Harpies just get worse as time goes on because, much like skeleton captains, of course, they come with the storm mastery rather than earth, and they give a damage aura to everyone around them. And that adds up quickly because, of course, as you've seen, they are usually accompanied by those flocks of like carrion crows or other birds. Individually, not much of a threat, but they're fast, they're mobile, they can be hard to target with single target abilities, and they swarm. Ugh, more maenads. Come on. There we go. Yeah, you can tell that the Telkine has been here. There's the Titan corruption. Ooh. Oh, you were well camouflaged in the grass there. Oh, a sorceress. Definitely don't want to get hit by those lightning bolts. On the other hand, they definitely don't want to get hit by this frostbite shrine effect. Too bad for them. And I mentioned in the last stream that slow to me is actually a worse effect than paralysis or stun, just because while paralysis or stun in a game like this doesn't last very long, like it's devastating, but it's over and done with very quickly. Slow lasts for several seconds, and that can actually wind up being deadlier. Okay, that's everything here in their little camp. On Dasher, on Dancer. Okay, it's right around this area that we're going to find Xanthippus. Want to be looking for him so that we can help him get back to Herakleion. You can probably already see the cave icon there up at the top of the auto map. Come on. We'll get through these small fry and... Okay, that's the way that we need to go next, so... Let's not go that way. In true completionist fashion, we will go the opposite direction from our objective to make sure that we get everything. Just up here. No, okay, we have to cross first. Then we'll loop around. The cave is above us, and we have to go this way to get there. More war camps. Ooh, a minotaur. Well, you can guess from where we are that we're probably going to be seeing more of those. Come on. There we go. Ooh, things got frantic there for a second. But only for a second. That's usually how it is in this area. These war camps are just full of creatures, and then once you tear through a group, there's usually another one not far away. They tend to gang up on you, but that just makes them easier to destroy. At least it does for us with Distort Reality. Ooh, an experience shrine. Oh man, I wish that had been at the other end of that. Okay, come on. Here we go, another war camp. This is the perfect place for an experience shrine, see? Alright, we're not going to level up from this, but being in the midst of all of these creatures will give us a tidy little boost. There we go. Nice. Ah, it's already worn off. But that's alright, it did what it was supposed to do. That was a decent little chunk. Anything that puts us closer to another level is good in my book. You know, it's interesting. Of course, harpies, as you have already seen if you've been following the streams up to this point, they drop a beast token called pristine plumage. And I find that to be fascinating from a lore standpoint, because things like the carrion birds, the crows, they drop diseased plumage. Well, I kind of get where they were going with that, in that carrion birds, you know, they're trying to present them as filthy. But if you're being true to the legends, then harpies were kind of gross. And so it's a little bit odd to me that they would drop pristine plumage and the birds would drop diseased plumage rather than the other way around. Because just a regular bird would be cleaner than a harpy. And that takes out everything but that minotaur in one shot. Well, it means we need another rank in it so we can take out the minotaurs too. There we go. Ooh, potion. Alright. Excellent. So many angry cat noises. Lots of health potions. Is the game trying to tell us something, perhaps? See, we've circled round to where that cave is almost. Just up here atop this ridge. There we go. I don't like all of these minotaur statues squatting everywhere.
Yes, I am Xantippus. You speak of a strange sickness, the coming of this fog. Well, I have a problem of my own. I was gathering medicinal mushrooms in that cave when a monstrous spider came up behind me. I ran out to safety, but unfortunately, I left my staff in the cave. Without it, I will be of no help to the villagers.
Medicinal mushrooms. Oh my goodness, there we go. Let's see if we can find this monstrous spider and put an end to it then. What good is a mage without his staff, after all? Well, according to Xanthippus, it's not. Man, I want a healing staff. There aren't a lot of healing skills in the game, actually, in terms of what you can get from your masteries. Nature has a healing spell, of course, and then there's a life-draining spell. In the Spirit Mastery. There we go, excellent. Another arcane formula for Death Rattle. We already have that one, but that's fine. That means we can make two of them. There's the staff. The cave dead ends up here. Their little angry noises are so funny. Man, these guys are everywhere. And now they're not. Ooh, that is a lot of cash. I love it. That cool, like, sort of green bolt attack. I would love to have that. I've tried to do, like, a poison specialist build before, and it just... there's not a great one, I guess, that you can build. I mean, the Rogue Mastery gives you various poison skills, and those are useful. But, except for one or two sort of rare or unique staves, there isn't anything that you could get that's just like a poison projectile straight up like they're shooting. Which is a shame. Baleful Arachnos indeed. Let's see, this is the way we didn't go earlier. Almost done here. There's just a little bit more up this way. Out of the way. Ooh, he dropped his wallet. And, oh, almost missed that chest. Can't leave without, well, there was nothing in it. Okay. No harm done. Looking is free.
Aha! Thank you, stranger. My healing staff. Please, let me thank you for your troubles. I suppose I should head back.
Why do you sound so reluctant? Never figured that out. Okay. This is going to go over in this direction and link back up with where we were. There's just a few more miles of Maenads here between us and our next worthwhile goal. Boom. Man, they're not dropping anything. Well, I said I couldn't be upset, didn't I? The game must have heard me. I said, oh really? I'll take you up on that. Oh, thank you for running in. You got here just in time. It was like a Maenad heavy. She had a two-handed sword. Some more harpies. You can see the next rebirth fountain there now. Ooh, Letha, the Carrion Queen. Harpy hero. I think that's the first harpy hero that we've run into, maybe? I don't remember another one. I may be mistaken. Okay, Triton's Ridge. Alright, this is the tomb, so we will go ahead and go this direction. Empty this out, toot sweet. If you look closely, you can tell, I think, that the bats and the crows share the same model. They just have a different texture over them because they look very much the same size and they move almost identically in the way that they dart in and out. So I think that that's the case. Tainted Revenants. They have a poison aura. Ooh. Don't want to take any chances there. They deal heavy poison damage, so... I'll go ahead and burn my standard on that. Nothing. Oh well. Cash. Excellent. Oh. Zombie captain. You see that aura, you know you're in trouble. My goodness. Dropping an enormous amount of money, but not really any items. That's fine. I mean, of course, money can be used to buy items. I'm still feeling the expenditure from that one ring that we purchased. Oh, there we go. There's that hero guy. There we go. Oh man, what a difference that standard makes. Take this guy down before we run out of shrine. Excellent. And he dropped some Valor of Achilles. Nice. Treasure room's up here. Oh, that's him. That's right. Because that other loser wasn't purple. Ooh, he's almost immune to stun, and he's using Onslaught. You can see that yellow sort of ripple effect around him there. That's the one that we decided not to take in favor of Psionic Touch, because Psionic Touch, of course, is free, whereas Onslaught costs energy. But he's still no match for us. Nice. Ooh, the Crown of the Dead. Yes, another blue item. This one is great if you have the Spirit Mastery, but it's a good item nonetheless. Any blue item is a good item. So this is actually part of a set, which is the first time that we've seen this. There are set items in this game, much like there are in Diablo 2, for example. This one is part of the Necromancer's Habiliment, which includes the Death Cuffs, the Necromancer's Robe, the Necromancer's Leggings, the Crown of the Dead, and the Necromancer's Staff. Each additional piece that you get makes all of the pieces you're wearing more powerful, plus the more of them that you have equipped at the same time, they grant you like a stacking and increasing bonus for the set. So the crown by itself gives us 98% bleeding resistance, 12 intelligence, 18% energy regeneration, and 20% reduced damage from the undead on top of 30 armor, which is honestly really good. I'm tempted to take that and wear it. I think it may just be a straight upgrade from what we have. I hate to lose that health regeneration, though. I really do. Man, I hate to say goodbye to that, but it is pretty good, and it looks sweet, too. You can see it actually gives you a glowing sort of facial effect. Makes your face look like a skull. Love it. We'll think about it. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and keep our health regeneration because that has been very important, and we've got more boss monsters to fight where it's going to remain important. So we'll see what happens. Get out of here, you dime store shadow maws. Nothing there? Okay, then we'll grab this cash and circle around. Yeah, next level we definitely need to put a point in Distort Reality because we're starting to leave things alive when we use it. Don't like that. Oop. Dodge that. The nightmare just confused her away right as she came up to us. Love it. Ooh, more Prometheus's Flame. Almost out of here. Are you the last one? I think you are. Nothing. Nothing. Trap. Nothing. Cash. Bingo. And that's that. Now we will continue on this direction around the ridge. Get out of our way. Listen, we just killed an undead king. And you're gonna step to us? You're a bunch of birds. Literal birds. Is there anything down here? Oh, just one lousy carrion crow. Another rebirth fountain. The Kairos Bluff. Stop showing me statues of giant minotaurs. It's very unsettling. More potions. And another small war camp here. Boom. Get rid of those spellcasters really quickly. As in most games, spellcasters tend to attack slowly but deal the most damage. Ooh, one of them. Ah, dropped a recipe for the pale moon. Excellent. Love those artifact recipes. Maybe we'll be able to make this one. I can't remember what pale moon requires. Ooh, a hardy necklace. That could be a nice upgrade, too. Oh my god, hit her. There we go. Right in the middle. There we go. Excellent. Ooh, Heracles' Might. We needed more of that. Excellent. Well done. Grab this potion here. Swing the rest of the way around this way. Nice. Alright. I'm going to pause here where I know that it's safe. Let's see. The Pale Moon. So, Zeus's Thunderbolt, which we have. Scroll of the Storm Witches, which we don't have, but we can buy. And a Turtle Shell, which we're close to having. Pale Moon is great because it boosts our lightning and electrical burn damage, but also adds energy leech to all of our attacks, a flat amount of lightning damage, and gives us a bonus to intelligence. That's a great artifact for us because it's adding a damage type that we're not dealing, but also intelligence is our lowest stat because, of course, we get some intelligence from Dream, but we're not getting any intelligence from Warfare, so it's kind of vying with Dexterity, but Dexterity, we have equipment that's giving us a boost. So if we can put that one together, it's not doubling up on any ingredients that we need to save for other artifacts, which means it's a good choice to purchase. Alright, we got a shopkeeper here. It's going to keep us from having to make a trip back.
Something else?
This hardy necklace, ooh, 10% strength and 6% health. I think that's worth trading out because that 7 dexterity has been great the whole time we've had this necklace, but of course right now we're good on dexterity and losing 7's not going to hurt us. On the other hand, gaining 6% health and 6% strength, definitely worth it. He's got a little bit of everything over here. Do you have a Scroll of the Storm Witches? Ah, you do. Excellent. Well then.
Bye.
Here we go. Need to put a new portal stone down here anyway. I actually am going to head back to Herakleion and visit the caravan so that I can drop our artifacts and our artifact recipes in and make sure that we don't lose them or that something doesn't happen to our relics. Let's see. We have another Prometheus's Flame, Valor of Achilles, Heracles' Might. Excellent. great. We've got a lot of completed relics now. I'm loving that. And this should complete our pristine plumage. Nice, so we just need 2 turtle shells. And we will be set to make this first artifact right here. We already have a death rattle. There we go. I'll just put these together. And I will put the pale moon over here. Some of these things probably need to go. Man, I wish the transfer area was bigger. Well, let's see. Level 6, level 8, level 15. Those cannot be better than these blue items. Yeah, they do give you +1 to open wound, but the damage is less. Well, for now, I'll just move it there, solely to make room for the Crown of the Dead.
Goodbye.
No big deal. So we need 2 more pieces of turtle shell. Now, we're not going to get that here. Obviously, turtle shell only comes from turtles, so it means we may have to farm a little bit. But that's alright, we could head back to Megara and kill the turtles there if need be. Ah, civilization. You can really hear the sound of the wind through these ruins. Alright, another blue item. The Oracle's leggings. Oh, I love the Oracle set. So this is part of another set, the Oracle's garments. The leggings are great. 30 armor, 11 pierce resistance, bonus to lightning damage, energy regeneration, and movement speed. They're really good. They are especially good if you are using the Storm Mastery. Now, we're not here, and technically the greaves that we're already wearing I think are a little bit better because they have more armor, they have buku health regeneration for us right now, and they reduce all of our requirements by 7%. But the Oracle's leggings are still a really great find. They're definitely going to go in the box. There are torches lighting up. Head over this way first. Oh, a hero monster, hey! Ah, all these blizzards. There. If you won't come out and play, we'll just send a spell in after you. Nice. We're about to level up again. Now's a good time. Well, any time's a good time to level up. We're going to head into the ruins of the Palace of Knossos. Nobody's been up here in a while, you can see. No, thank you. Another crowd of undead. Just thin those out a little bit. Excellent. The music here is almost as mournful as the wind. Let's get this captain down first. There we go. Want rid of those fire auras. You guys don't get buffs. Ooh, a runed staff of fire. Nice. We stand a green item. I love that. That is so satisfying when they group up around you like 20 at once. and then they just all go down in one big boom, one sweep. And these zombies are so much tougher than the skeletons, which makes sense. I mean, that's D&D rules, generic fantasy rules, right? Skeletons are faster, zombies are tougher. Warfare and Earth is a powerful combination. We don't want them aiming it at us. There we go. I like how tough the liches are too, though. I feel like that's the way that it should be. You know, you tend to think of spellcasters in general as being weaker, having less armor, less health, but I really appreciate that something like a lich has got a lot more health, because that's part of the whole point, right? If you believe the fantasy, the Dungeons and Dragons version of things. Oh, and here's a new enemy, Automatoi. So these are our first construct enemies. Oop. And there's the first time that we're hearing the refrain of the opening theme music. That very soft, wordless chant in the background. Love it. And I like here that you can see too, like the statue of Athena, presumably, which is painted in sort of the faded, garish colors, because of course in ancient Greece we see the faded blank white marble, but all of the sculptures that they made were actually painted quite brightly and gaudily in some colors that we in the modern times would never pick out. You'll see that one of those dropped mechanical parts. Construct enemies are great for that. They're the only thing other than traps that does that, as I mentioned earlier. So this is a chance for us to flesh out a mechanical parts relic. Maybe get one of those charms done. I keep using the terms charm and relic like kind of interchangeably in this game, and for those of you who might nitpick, I apologize, because technically speaking, relics are the 3-piece ones on the stone tablets, and charms are the 5-piece ones that are dropped by monsters. Alright, another blue item. Nice. Man, thank you, game. I appreciate you. Alright, the Might of Brennus. This is a mace. Plus 23% physical damage, 15% chance for one of the following: 42 bleeding damage over 3 seconds, or 1 to 2 seconds of stun, plus a bonus to strength, defensive ability, and increased attack speed. That's pretty good. It's got slow attack speed, but it has a bonus to increase attack speed, and it's much more powerful than that draining axe of destruction. If we pair this with the Trader's Shiv, this could be a huge upgrade right before we come into a boss fight. I'm going to go ahead and spend these points. Drop both in intelligence this time. Let's see. Okay, that's going to take us from 67 to 82. Ah, there we go. If we pair both blue items, then it takes us to 85. Excellent. That's awesome. So now we are dual-wielding blue items for the first time in the game. Phew, we've come a long way, baby. Let's spend these points. Definitely going to drop one in Distort Reality for sure. We need to keep putting points in our masteries, but... Let's see. This has been so useful. I keep wanting to put points in Trance of Empathy as well. Maybe the solution to my reluctance to let go of our equipment that has all of the health regeneration on it is to take out the points from Trance of Empathy, and instead of having damage reflection, to just straight up have energy regeneration and health regeneration, because if we put points in those, you can see like very quickly it ramps up to, 2 points, 1.2 points. It'll be 3 points next turn. So that's already almost as much as everything that we've got on. Maybe that's what we should do. Well, before we do that, though, let's see. We put a point in Warfare last time. Let's put a point in Dream this time. And I'm really thinking... You know what? Dodge attacks. We should max that out as soon as possible to get the most out of it. I've been slacking off on that. Alright. Let's dual wield our way down here amongst the automata. Come on, drop some more mechanical parts. You know you want to. You know you want to. You love it. There's the entrance down. We're going to head up this direction first. Ooh, a hero monster. Cinderbone. Well, I say return to Cinder. I didn't drop anything good, but we got bonus XP. That's good enough. Oh yeah, I can already feel a huge difference. That new weapon is powerful, y'all. And I can already feel the difference in Distort Reality as well. Excellent. There we go. Down there is where we want to go next. This actually dead ends. Just wanted to come up here for the treasure and the XP. More automata. Ooh, and a big old group. Goodness gracious. There, let's take a couple of you down. They're not really hurting us too badly, which is incredible, all things considered, but... Come on. Ooh, Battle Rage. There we go. Excellent. That'll help us finish this out. Wonderful. Okay. Oh, I missed a little bit over there. You have to come up around the stairs and go that way in order to get along to the next POI. I skipped this little inner court here. There we go. We'll just rectify that really quickly. No harm done. No chests or anything. Alright, well. On we go. Y'all will love the next part. Remember how I talked about claustrophobia? Well, we're about to enter Claustrophobia Central. If you're not familiar with the legends of Knossos, of course, we've already fought a couple of things, on the way here, and we've seen the statues. So yeah, the court of King Minos. If that doesn't tell you where we are, this will. So here we are in the labyrinth built by Daedalus to contain the Minotaur, King Minos' cursed son. We already fought a couple of lesser Minotaurs, which were strong enough that Distort Reality couldn't take them out in one shot. So you can imagine what's waiting for us at the center of the labyrinth, right? The Minotaur. Big capital M. Oh, mechanical parts. Now, of course, true to the idea of the labyrinth, there is only one correct route through here. Nonetheless, we're going to explore all of it to make certain that we get everything. There's often some good stuff in here, and I don't want to miss any of it. There's going to be a lot of these little dead ends like this. A lot of little false starts. We're going to have to use the map quite a bit. There's also going to be a lot of traps and constructs down here. Hopefully that means that we can actually end this session with a completed mechanical parts charm. Set that as sort of a sub-goal. Oop, I think that might be it. I think that might be all that we need. I'll check in a moment. I'm actually kind of glad that the game is only giving us blue and green equipment so far and not giving us a lot of yellow stuff. I haven't had to make any trips back to town just to empty the inventory, and I'm glad of that because I know that that's not super interesting to watch. But until we get more bags to expand our backpack space, it's kind of necessary. Alright. Now we get into the real labyrinth. Alright. See, there's multiple rebirth fountains down here because there's so much of the labyrinth to go through. It is quite a sprawl. Oh, almost missed you over here in the corner, little guy. Ooh, a hero monster. Nice. Iolanthe, the Viper of Hellas. Well, she didn't last long, but Gorgon Crown of Succor. Now that could be an upgrade. 28 armor, that is 4% chance of 107% physical resistance. So, 1 out of every 25 hits, we're basically immune to physical damage, almost. That's great for somebody, but it's not really that great for us. You can see that there are still torches to kind of guide the way. Come on, skeletons. Get out of our way. I keep hearing them drop jewelry, and because it's not, like, high quality, it's not showing up on my screen because of the item filters. But every time I have to stop and kind of look around, like, oh, where is it? What did they drop? We've been finding so many Orthus. I wish that they would drop Demon's Blood, because we really need it. And they're just not doing it. Anything good? Potions. We actually have enough potions we could probably stand to sell some. The map is deceptive here. It's not really supposed to be. It just is. Ooh, haha, I love when they ragdoll like that. That's one of my favorite things about the game and always has been. Oh, we got a bat fang anyway. 2 bat fangs. Nice, nice, nice. Right, so that's the way that we're actually supposed to go. Let's head back this way. You can see from those skeletons down there that there are some areas that we did not quite cover. Ooh, I need to pick up that potion. Hey, come back. I wasted a distort reality on you. Essence of Artemis's bowstring, nice. We needed more of those. Ooh, you don't want to back me into a corner, big guy. I don't have a flight response. I also only have abilities that kill you. That's literally all I have. It's the only thing that they do. Okay. There we go. Well, we've covered this section. Let's see, we will head back around this direction. Take the fastest path. How did I miss that potion? And then onwards into the labyrinth. They give you multiple rebirth fountains here because of the size, so that you don't have to backtrack your way quite so far if you die. Because this would just be a miserable trip if you had to respawn outside or back up at the top. Ooh, ooh, yes. Yes, please. Excellent, excellent. Love those battle markers. Hey, there's some demon's blood. The game heard me. This way. Oops. Come on. Let's make use of this. There's another rebirth fountain. I love that unique appearance of it. Excellent. Well, we got our money's worth out of that, I suppose. We did miss a section back there. The map did not used to look like this. They've updated it in newer versions of the game so that it's a little bit harder to find your way around the labyrinth. Which, I'm okay with. It's still not impossible. Like, if you actually look at the map and know how to read it, that's fine. Said it still looks slightly offset to me. Almost like it's a little glitched. But, as long as you can get through and it's not actively lying to you, then no big deal. No harm done. Ooh, Valor of Achilles. Nice. Alright, background where that other fountain was. I preferred the old map just because it would be easier for me to show you how the labyrinth is divided into 4 sectors, sort of. But what matters is just that it's a giant maze and we get through it. At the end of the day. Oh man, I heard that little tinkle, and I was hoping for Demon's Blood, but I'll take Batfang. If I have to settle. Don't worry, big guy, I see you. There we go. You won't get left out. There's plenty for everyone. There we go. Definitely getting our money's worth out of this Frostbite Shrine as well. Go. Ooh. Okay, we've kind of circled around. We're in like the 3rd quadrant, as it were. So we need to be heading like roughly southeast towards the bottom left of the map. Very roughly. Come on, come on. Ooh, it just dodged the fire from that trap. Ugh. Most of the traps, there's a safe place you can stand to attack them where you just simply won't get hit. That's not it for this one, as you can see. Man, I keep losing the Nightmare. This is after we buffed him a couple of times, too. There we go. You can see we've cleared this quadrant. Yeah, we came in that way. We got everything, so we'll head down. There's another rebirth fountain. Oop, more minotaurs. They have the defense mastery, which is where they get that charge attack. Grab this Thorns Shrine. That's a terrible place to stand. It's the only place I've got. Alright. Making a lot of progress. This is such a winding path. It's a good thing we do have an auto map, period, because otherwise it would be almost impossible to find your way through here. Except by accident. Which I suppose is appropriate, that's the idea, right? The Minotaur was supposed to be trapped inside. If we can't find our way out, chances are neither can he. Good, that stun works on them. Defense and warfare is a powerful combination. They're just pure physical power. We're almost to the end. Just a couple more rooms full of these guys, basically. Maybe one or two more treasure chests if we're lucky. Phew. Now I'm feeling a lot better. Okay. There's even a boss to fight. Hesperos the Flame-Forged. Calm down there, my guy. There we go. I'm not using that standard for anything else right now. Might as well use it to help myself. Phew-wee. What a tiresome journey. Oh boy, another one. Cadmus the Golem King. More mechanical parts. Well, we're going to be wealthy with those at least. I am pleased about that. Because I feel like they're a fairly uncommon drop. And part of that is just because there aren't a lot of construct and trap type enemies in the game. So you don't have a lot of chances for the drop to proc because you're not fighting something that can spawn it. We may not see any more mechanical parts for quite a while, so this is kind of a treat. I'm just going to appreciate it. Guard's Helm of Glory. Is that an upgrade? 3% increased experience. That is a very rare enchantment, but... Phew-wee. Oh, poor little Nightmare's gone again. We are almost there, if you can believe it.
Need more energy.
What is hitting us with energy leech? Keep running out. Yeah, I'm really thinking probably that Trance of Empathy needs to go and Trance of Convalescence needs to replace it. Kaleos the Fork-Tongued. Come back here. There we go. Ooh. Juggernaut's Guard's Cuirass of Needles. 30 armor, which is about what we have. 8% elemental resistance, 43% stun resistance, 15% chance of piercing retaliation, bonus to physical damage, and health regen? That is definitely better than just a 10% chance to avoid projectiles, which is basically what we're wearing the other one for. Nice. Alright. So we did get a little gear upgrade. Sort of the old late 80s Madonna look, but not bad. Goodness. There we go, another rebirth fountain. More spiders. Been a while since we've seen those. Thank goodness. And okay, there's our ticket out. So we'll clear this section of rooms real quick. Just want to make sure that we don't forget any chests. You've seen what's been dropping down here, and we don't want to miss any of that. Ugh. And I just am generally fine with spiders, but those are exactly the wrong size. Don't like it. Okay, that's that. This last chamber is one of the simplest. It's just kind of broken up by some walls in the middle, but otherwise it's a big rectangle. We are in the last section now. There will be a little more backtracking to make sure that I get everything, but we're almost at the end. You should be seeing that yellow map indicator again soon that shows that we're getting close to our next plot objective. If we're lucky, we may even level up again before we get there. We'll see, though. No promises. Angry cow noises. This is it. We found it, the secret cow level. There we go. You can see we've already come back around to the area where we were previously, so... These minotaurs are tough. They hit a lot harder than the automatoi, or automata, but... Oh yes, demon's blood. The automatoi are... Pious Sash. Yes, another... Man, so many blue items. See, this is why I didn't want to miss anything. The automata hit more... They don't hit as hard as the minotaurs, is what I was going to say, but the... they have a lot more hit points. So many great things keep happening. Great and terrible things. I just keep getting distracted. I hate Lemos. I hate anything that can heal itself by hurting me. Only I'm allowed to use draining attacks. I wonder if that makes us a full demon's blood. I'm not sure if it does, but I hope so. There we go. Excellent. Definitely don't want to miss an opportunity for something to drop demon's blood. Phew. This is a big room, but like I said, it's mostly just kind of a rectangle. Whew. That's about it. Let me see. The Pious Sash is also body armor. So this gives us life leech resistance, which is great. Big boost to health and energy regeneration. 18 defensive ability and bonus damage to undead. Plus slightly more armor. I think that the Pious Sash is actually better overall than this new Guards Cuirass that we just picked up, except that the Guards Cuirass increases our physical damage by 14% against everything, instead of just causing us to deal 35% bonus damage only to the undead. That stun resistance is good too, though. I don't know. Okay, we'll think about it. We will think about it. First, though, let's move this along. Phew. There's only a little labyrinth left to go. Goodness gracious. Gonna go back down into the bottom corner, which we already cleaned out. We should be good, actually. This should be it, so we just need to leave. There we go. These guys don't pose any threat. Especially not with us dual-wielding blue weapons like that. Plenty of cash. Nice. Here we go, we're on the home stretch. You can see, this is a room full of other people who thought that this was the correct way to go. Not quite. Just a little further up. Our ability to see slightly through walls doubtless gives us a hand in navigating the labyrinth. Okay, so here we go. The big door. I'm going to head back over here to Knossos, to Herakleion. We're going to drop some things off in the caravan one more time. For now, I will put these here. Let's see. Staff, not bad. Definitely want to save those. Okay, let's see. Artemis's bowstring, right? Pristine plumage. Bat fang. Oh, I think we've got a completed demon's blood, y'all. Heracles' might. Valor of Achilles. Awesome. So there is a demon's blood. There is a bat fang. We're doing great. So let's see. Yep, demon's blood. There we go. So we could go ahead and make Wraithguard if we got a Scroll of the Ice Nova, which we have seen. That would use up our bat fang, but not our demon's blood, which is great. Or we could do Star Heart, which we have everything for already. Oh man, I'm not sure. Let's see. This is elemental damage, elemental resistance, and speed, burn damage. This one is life leech, offensive ability, damage reflected. Let's see. Dionysus wineskin, venom sac we don't have yet. Chaos cube would be really good. Death rattle, of course, requires the spectral matter. I really would like the pale moon, I think, but we just don't have a turtle shell. So let's see, between Starheart and Wraithguard. We're not doing a lot of elemental damage. Well, unless that's just referring to any non-physical damage, which it may very well. 4% total speed, 30 burn. We've only got one bat fang. I think I'm going to do the Star Heart. So let's see. Scroll of the Warrior's Song. Bat Fang, and we have another Bat Fang started, so no harm done. And Essence of Prometheus' Flame, we already have 2 of those. Do a little organization here. Let me pop over and sell some stuff.
Armors are specially crafted. They never hinder casting.
We can get rid of some of these lesser healing potions right now. We've got so many healing potions. They're actually starting to pile up and kind of impede what we're doing with our inventory. So I don't want that to happen.
Come again.
And we have an enchanter right here. So see, this is how this works. We drop the formula here, and he's going to prompt us to fill each slot appropriately. And you can't put something in the wrong slot. It'll tell you. When everything's there, this button will light up. Create artifact. It's going to ask us for 75,000 gold. Are you sure? We get a dummy button. We are absolutely sure because this... Yes, and you can see too that just like with a relic or a charm, you get a different completion bonus. 4 to 6 piercing damage. That's great. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So that's why I like having 2 different formulas for Death Rattle. That's great, because if we make Death Rattle twice, one of them may be markedly better than the other one. But you can see here, our damage per second is going to jump up from 93 to 119 from having the Star Heart. Phew. Well, this has been a successful stream, I feel. We've gotten a lot of treasure. I'm going to make sure that we don't lose it. And then, y'all, it's time to tackle the big guy. Right there. I try to take out these traps first. As much as we can. He's got some ranged attacks about him. And you can see too that he's got onslaught. He's very fast. But we don't want these things shooting us while we try to survive. The trick here is to dodge and not let him hit us, not just because we don't want to get hit, but also because that onslaught builds up very quickly. He is not someone that it's easy to go toe-to-toe with. He's kind of like Shadow Maw in that, like, we want to kind of kite him around, let that onslaught wear off, and the whole time our Nightmare is going to be shooting him because he's going to have aggro on us. When he gets low enough on health, then I probably will attempt to just finish him off. After all, we have both our horn to try and stun him, which he does have a pretty high stun resistance. That's not going to be super successful. Come on, cast. There we go. But we've got our battle standard as well. Oops. I'm actually going to go ahead and... see, that battle standard makes such a huge difference. Oh, man. There we go. All right. That's always a tense fight. Ooh, another hoi polloi. That's the first time we found a duplicate of a blue item, which is pretty rare. For that to spawn twice so close together, especially in the same save file or the same playthrough. Phew. Well, so the Minotaur of Crete is no more. Goodness gracious. We'll have to compare these two hoi polloi and see whether or not the other one is identical or whether one of them's better, perhaps. Goodness gracious. In the meantime, though, it's all over, right? You wish. Oh. Okay, so you can see the Telkine there is behind a barrier. He animates these statues. We've got to tear them down as quickly as possible in order to get to him. Come on. Ah, man. You know, somehow he manages to do that every time. Megalasios the Telkine. Our first look at a Titan. Our first clash with a Titan, if you will. He's got a lot of nasty surprises. Come on. Don't forget about healing. And there we go. Phew. Man. So. Well. We didn't manage to stop Megalasios the Telkine before he destroyed the conduit, this artifact that connects the mortal realm with the realm of the gods, but we did fell a Titan. Oh, and he was full of good stuff. Excellent. A blue item, a recipe, and a bunch of cash. She just keeps hopping back and forth to grab stuff. And here's Keros.
You destroyed him! I saw it all from where I was hiding. It was amazing! I still can't believe that a mortal actually managed to best a Telkine. Unfortunately, there was no way to stop him from destroying the conduit. Now, we are cut off from the gods.
They cannot hear our cries, and they cannot help us when we need them most. If there is no way to reconnect the two realms, I fear that humankind stands little chance against the monster scourge. Please, go to Egypt. Seek out a man named Imhotep, a sage of the Order of Prometheus. He knows more about the nature of the conduit than any other mortal. He may be our only hope. You will find him in the city of Rakotis. Take my ship. It is anchored at the river nearby.
And another level up. So yes, we have finished the first chapter of the main quest, but now we have a much bigger problem. Now, the gods cannot hear us. We're going to have to do something about that. Okay. There we go. We'll just put them all into our masteries this time, I think. Intelligence and dexterity. Oh man, the Skyfire Pendant, another good one. And if we can get some spectral matter, we can make it right away. This gives us a bunch of lightning damage, increased speed, and vitality damage. This is a great one, especially if you're using the Storm Mastery. And the Bloodstone. Ooh, nice. 10% pierce resistance, some life leech resistance, life leech, bonus to life leech with improved duration, and 39 health. Unfortunately, these other two rings that we're wearing scale, so I don't actually know if it's better. I'll have to think about that and compare. So yes, phew, that was tense, but we have defeated our first Titan. That's a big deal, y'all. That's a huge deal. We've come a long way. There's a long way yet to go, unfortunately, and many more terrible bosses to defeat. But our adventures in Greece, at least for now, have come to an end. Now, it is time to go start a new chapter. It's time to go to Egypt, where Chapter 2 is going to begin when we come back next Thursday for more Titan Quest at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is New York and Miami time here in the U.S. I hope that you'll join me then, and I hope you've had fun today. I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for following me on Twitch and also on YouTube, liking up my videos, leaving your comments. It's always great to hear from y'all. And you can also follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Pillow Fort. You can follow me on Facebook, and I hope that you will. And I'll see you again the same time next week. Don't forget to drop by for our other series. And as always, thanks for playing.